feel like Barry White's gonna start talking. Oh yeah. Hi everybody. Welcome to
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. We had a hurricane. But I suspected that it wouldn't be a big deal because the winds were only 85 miles per hour, and I was correct.
It's worse than they forecasted.
Yeah, and certainly someone somewhere got affected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, was affected in some major way. But for us here, things were fine. We also
we were about 15 miles from where it came ashore.
yeah, so we got blasted with the eye wall for a while, but we never even lost power.
Yeah. We were on the left side, though, because it came ashore in North Carolina.
It's interesting because, like, there's times where we've had just normal thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Power's like, and it's like, oh, here comes a hurricane, and it's like, oh, it's fine.
It didn't even flicker.
We unplugged all the stuff and sat in the living room, played the Switch handheld, and then about 1 a.m. I was like, or 12:30 a.m. I was like, this is over.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to bed. Kepi was surprisingly good. I think he knew that there wasn't anywhere to escape to. So he actually hung out with us in the living room, which is a huge surprise, but it was probably born out of necessity because there was nowhere for him to actually go. So we got to bed a little bit late last night. So I'm a little tired, but I slept fine throughout last night because once the rain and stuff stopped.
Oh, it's so quiet out there right now.
Yeah. Once we got through it, that was it.
Yep.
It was over.
There's not even trees down like that we can see.
But there's so many months left to experience more hurricanes, man. Aren't you excited?
No.
And it says, just got a flash flooding alert on my phone. Be safe. In a Cat 1, the odds of it, like, destroying a home through sheer power are very, very, very low. Like, it's not...
It's kind of just the tornado you have to watch out for if it spawns one.
Hurricanes spawn tornadoes, which is problematic. Hurricanes throw debris, which can be problematic. It's not going to destroy your house, but it might destroy a window. And then, of course, flooding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, flooding is also a concern.
We did have a tornado warning at about 8 o'clock last night.
Mm-hmm.
So we grabbed Kepi and went in the closet, and he was not happy.
No, he was not thrilled. But he calmed down, and we only had to be in there for about, like, what, 20 or 25 minutes. So anyway,
We're fine. Just tired.
I've realized since last time I ate this, like, I have to eat this while it's hot, or it becomes a rock.
Okay, well, you eat that.
I'm doing it.
Our neighbors lost almost their entire patio set. They did not bring it in. They have one chair left. They lost 3 chairs.
Idiots.
And a table.
Idiots.
And we have some other neighbors who have their garbage can, and they pulled it up real close to the house, and then they parked their pickup right up against it, and they still have that.
Yesterday afternoon, we were looking out the window, and we saw our neighbor's patio furniture, and we're like, certainly they're going to bring it in.
And then we checked it at like 6. or I did, and it was still there.
And we were like, it's gone. There's no way it's going to survive this. There's no way. You have to put it in the garage. You have to bring it in your house. You have to do so. You can't just leave it out there. They are 85-mile-per-hour winds. You when you wake up, your chair is going to be in a different neighborhood. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we brought our stuff in.
Yeah. And the people who had been the people playing the music, all that stuff that they had out got brought in, which is good because it was all plastic and it would definitely be gone.
Oh. Anyway. It's over, though.
Yeah.
And hopefully, hopefully, that'll be the only hurricane this year. Do we know that? No. Hurricane season runs until October?
November.
November?
November 1st.
Okay.
Facebook says, did you send that note? We didn't have to. They moved out. Like, when we finally saw someone
The ultimate way to subvert the problem.
When we finally saw someone outside, I went and I told them about how they have a problem with their gutters that they probably don't notice because, like, who goes outside to look at their gutters when it's pouring rain? I just saw it from our window. And she's like, oh, well, I'll let my husband know we're moving. And I was like...
And they moved.
Mm-hmm. Lindsay says her neighbors have a trampoline they didn't take down. It's still there, somehow.
I mean... I can understand, like, looking at the thing and being like, this would be a hassle to, like, try and disassemble it. So I get it. But I feel like I'd be concerned.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to at least, I don't know, hammer it into the ground or, I don't know, come up with some sort of solution. But...
It just went off screen. Someone asked, what do you do with stuff growing out in the garden? I hope it doesn't break.
You bring in what you can.
Yeah.
But... wind gonna blow. I mean, you know, by choosing to live here, you do have to deal with things. And I mean... It was 75 miles per hour, which is like the weakest a hurricane can be. And it grew up to 85. But I mean, they get much stronger.
Yeah.
Once you start exceeding, 100 miles per hour, that's when you start going. And once it gets a little higher than that, you go. It's fine. Anyway. I finished my sandwich. I can read some alerts, and I should. We get a sub here from Shy Blue Sarah. I think it's Shy, or She Blue Sarah. Thank you, Blue Sarah. You're into bits from Danny X6. Happy crunch time on this beautiful Thursday. It's important to remember that the nuts are located below the butts. Hope you get to travel into Colorado in the after times. Hashtag trust Mao. We had a fun time on Friday. Zelda continues to be a joy. And I'm excited for the YouTube audience to experience it. It's good. You're into bits from Lunarel. Or it's Lunarel or Luna Urel. Probably Lunarel. Anyway, hi Stephen and Mal. I get a gift sub during the Breath of the VOD stream and discovered it when I watched the VOD, so I figured I'd say hi. Thank you both for all that you do. Your streams and videos are a huge highlight to my week. By the way, to help you out with my username, oh, here we go. I pronounce it Lunarel, or you might remember me from the occasional vlog channel comment as Kinsey. Oh, okay. Have a lovely Tuesday. Lunarel. Generally, my first instinct is right. If I take the time to second guess myself, that's when I mess up names. Also, folks are realizing that today is disc only. It's true. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on John's channel, we'll be doing the next episode of disc only. And that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. We got 18 months from Hugplex20. That's 1+. 23 months from D-Scoot. 8 months from Van the Tokemon. Hello, chat and grandparents. I'm taking the AccuPlacer test today, which determines if I get into college or not, so good vibes, and good luck to me. I will have to miss breakfast stream. I love y'all. Please keep up the amazing work. Well, good vibes for your AccuPlacer test. The angels themselves wish you luck. Wonderful timing on that. We got 11 months from Aldo512. Oh, hey, it's been 11 months already. Can't wait to finally graduate to numbers. Welcome to plus grade. Welcome to double plus grade. And now to first grade.
Someone asked how long it will take Disc Only to get on Spotify. Probably faster than the last one, from my understanding of it.
Yeah, it goes pretty fast after you've gotten it on there.
Like the first
period.
one.
So if you can't watch live tonight, that's fine. It'll be up on your favorite podcasting service within the next few days. We got 8 months from Sue Adrian, who says, good morning. I hope your guys' spirits are up, and if not, I hope chat makes your morning. My spirits are pretty high.
Yeah.
My spirits
Just
are pretty
tired.
high. I'm a little tired, and I would like to probably solve that. But otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. I wish I could have worked longer last night. It's my big thing, because I had been working.
We were hoping to have another hour before we were worried about turning stuff off, and then we had the tornado warning.
I had been working on stuff, getting stuff done, and then it was like, you need to turn all your stuff off and sit in the closet, and I'm like, okay. So I kind of wish I would have got that, better, but it's okay. It's okay. And he says, how's your stomach feeling? A marked improvement over how I was, like, whatever it was, a week ago, a week and a half ago. Objective improvement. Like, things are better. So, I'm going to continue to monitor it and see if that trend continues, but right now, I'm glad. Right now, I'm mostly just glad I'm not taking the pills. Very, very glad I did not continue to take those pills. We got 12 months from Ammon, Iowa, who says, hooray for 1 year. Congrats. 4 months from Bubbles8738. 4 months to go back to work next Monday after being on maternity leave. Thanks for being a great source of entertainment while I care for my baby. Love to you and Kepi. Aw. Well, thank you, Bubbles. And I hope your trek back to work goes well. Mm-hmm. Got 22 months from the Chemist 2020. 22 months? Feels like 21 was just yesterday.
Was it?
Based on how Twitch does some of the sub-month things, stuff like that is actually possible. Because you can share it separate from when you actually subscribe. So it's possible to actually share like a 21 month and then like the next day share a 22 month. It's not impossible. 8 months from Chill Days. Good morning, grandparents and chat. Good vibes to anyone who might need it right now, and a reminder that things do get better. This too shall pass. It might pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass. Fortunately, I've never had to deal with that. I had a friend...
I've heard it's rough.
I had a friend when I was in high school who was a few years older than me, who just multiple times a year dealt with them. And I was like... maybe, like, don't drink as much sweet tea. But he could not stop. He drank the sweet tea, and I was like, all right. Whatever your priorities are. 4 months from Hot Shot Golfer 12. It's great to see you all bring so much good into this world. I was just in Myrtle Beach this past weekend, and I got to meet Roland, and that was amazing. Nice.
Okay, we haven't seen Roland yet, then.
Nice, yeah.
Because I think last week he was saying there was someone else in, too, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Roland tries to get, whatever Wii games he can, and we, for the past month, we've been seeing him every week.
Yeah.
Actually. And I know there's been a few times he's mentioned seeing folks in the store who recognized him from the vlogs. But that's cool. I'm glad that you, I hope you enjoyed your trip, and I hope you enjoyed Player's Choice. It's a great store. Really, really great store. We got 22 months from Colorful Artie. Number of months I've been subbed, 22. Number of breakfast streams I've made it to, 10. Hey, double digits! You getting that? That's important, though. Get to 10. We got 7 months from Mad Riddler. 300 bits from Action Cat. Is actually awake for a breakfast stream. Woo! Are you guys still getting rain and wind? We are up in Maryland. I think ours ended at
3. It was all gone.
At 3, it was all gone, but it was like basically gone at like 1.
Yeah, it's like super calm and sunny outside. It's kind of eerie.
Yeah, it was funny because last night when we finally got in bed and we were laying there, it really was silent. Like it was just, you could hear a pin drop in the room, whereas, an hour or two before that,
it sounded like there was a train outside.
Yeah. I tried to get some... So the one bad thing... Bad thing? Brandon says, when did it stop? Probably like 12:30, realistically. The one bad thing about it coming through at night is that you can't really film it. Unfortunately. Like, there's... I wanted to show, how windy and stuff it was. And when it's pitch black outside, there's not a whole lot you can do. So I got some footage of it, but I had to like lower the shutter speed to like 1/4. So it's going to look a little bit like a
slideshow.
Like a slideshow.
The trees are like...
It's not that bad, but yeah, it's, it's essentially four frames.
Yeah.
In 30 seconds. So it's not great. But does it show it? Yeah. Yeah. If I go into slideshow mode, you can see it.
I'm really surprised none of those trees are down. They were going like real far back. And they're those pines. We have these pines out back that just snap. Like one of my coworkers, I had sent her a picture once a few years ago, and she's like, yeah, those are the pines that are like toothpicks. They just shatter.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised none of them broke.
Adudo points out also losing power when there's no sunlight is bad. Because if you lose power in the day, you can still see.
Yeah. We had these little canister lanterns that you open and then they have light.
Yeah.
And then we had candles, but we didn't need them.
Brother Jay asked if there were any confirmed tornadoes during the tornado warning.
Not for us.
Not for us.
Not for us.
Oh.
There were some. Like, I think Wilmington actually had a confirmed one, maybe.
I thought a tornado warning meant they were...
It's either
like
directly
down.
sighted or Doppler indicated. And because it was night, it was Doppler indicated.
Sure. I guess it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
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 That's fair. Are your parents okay as well? Yes.
They're actually watching, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're okay. Were the Toastmen safe? The Toastmen were placed into the garage. If those things went flying, that seems problematic.
Spikes.
Yeah, like straight into someone's window. 2 months from Line Rider. Resub time. Who knows if I'll do it again, because this month I'm starting up classes again, and there's a class that happens exactly during most of breakfast stream.
Aw.
Thanks for the good times regardless. At least there's the VOD.
Mm-hmm.
At least there's the VOD. You can enjoy breakfast stream anytime.
Did you see what Brandon said? Toastman bursting in your window like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah! Certainly be one way to wake up. 4 months from Queer Quest. Thanks for 4 months of reasons to wake up at a reasonable hour. Give Kepi extra scritches for me.
I think he's enjoying the sunshine right now.
Probably a little calm after all of the
storm
last night. If he gets up here, extra scritches. Also 4 months from Crimson Boa 1. And then 10 months from Uchi Plays. 10 months. Good morning, grandparents. Good morning, Uchi. A good morning, indeed, I think. I would like to, like, walk outside and just look around a little bit.
After breakfast stream, let's go for a walk. It's nice out.
That was my question. Is it 100 degrees?
I mean, Lindsay was out earlier to walk her dog. And
Earlier than this is cooler.
Well, this is current.
Okay. Alright. It's definitely walkable right now. By the time we end the stream, it's getting a little warm, but probably doable.
Yeah.
Probably doable. 3 months from random joining. Well, 3 months already. Back to lurking now. Congrats on a plus. 22 months from Cybe. Good morning, Stephen and Mal. Hope y'all are having a great day. So far, so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and make it through today without needing a nap. And we'll see. But I might at some point be like, check please, and then just
take a nap.
And then just pass out.
Mm-hmm.
We got 300 bits from Howie Sona. Morning, Stephen and Mel. Not doing that well. A family argument is leaving me drained. Can you both do something funny to make me smile? Also, if you don't mind me asking, is there going to be more GT Online?
Coffee.
Something funny to make you smile. Banana. Oh, were you doing the fusion dance?
Because it's...
Yeah, there's other moves to it, but I don't know. It's like you have to do the Macarena and then you do the...
Sounds right.
Yeah, that's what they did in the show, the Macarena. Anyway, is there going to be more GT Online? Yes. Yes. We don't have any like plans for it at the moment, but it's not like it's canceled. It's just a matter of will there be something that comes along that we're like, yeah, we could do an episode on that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, one of the things we really wanted to do was play the heist. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a heist that came out that we never covered, and it's not going anywhere. So I've just been like, we'll get to it. So at some point we'll get to it and we'll actually do it, but we haven't done it yet. So at some point in the near future we'll be doing that. Let's see. We get 300 bits from Ollie Thompson Music. It says, I'm listening to this like a podcast while I finished my last bit of uni work for the year. Glad you both are safe. Shout out to everyone enjoying this like a podcast, who will then enjoy the podcast tonight. 2 podcasts in one day.
Coffee.
We got 400 bits from Jesse Greaves, no message, but I appreciate it. 100 bits from Howie Sona. 4 months from Silverfist. Good morning. I'm actually Corthall McAfee, but I changed my name to make it easier to say and to match everyone else. Question: if you've ever had a McGriddle from McDonald's, do you like it? I want to marry the person who came up with it.
I've never had it.
I feel like I've had one, but it's been like years and years. Like I think I had one when they came out, which was some time ago. So I probably had something kind of similar, except if I would have doused it in like
Syrup?
Yeah, maple syrup. Because the McGriddle is it's a breakfast sandwich, but it's like the buns are pancakes and it's infused with maple syrup. Am I getting that right?
So.
I'm pretty sure. So it's on paper it sounds delicious. All sandwiches should just be pancakes.
No.
We have different opinions. 23 months from TachiGamer96. Good morning. Just woke up, so sleepy still. It takes me like 10 to 15 minutes before I start really like.
Mine's like
being
45.
awake. So I'll get up in the morning and I'll wander into the bathroom and I'll look into the mirror and I can't see. Like my vision is like super blurry. And I'll go to the bathroom and I'll get up and I'll go into the kitchen and I'll go back into the bathroom and then I can like start to see again. Anyway, be careful.
Gotta wake up your eyes.
Yeah. Brandon says it takes a long time for him too. You gotta be careful. Because if you get out of bed and your vision's blurry, you might just like trip. Try not to trip. Anyway. Let's see, we got 14 months from Amaranth. Good morning, grandparents. We're waiting on more big thunderstorms up here, and yesterday, what is time? We had a tornado rip through the neighborhood just west of us.
Ooh.
Happy 14-month subscription. Don't play with tornadoes. That's not the most dangerous part of hurricanes, but it's certainly the more dangerous part of like a Cat 1 hurricane.
Yeah.
Because on their own, they're not terribly dangerous. But if it starts making tornadoes this bad, I see the thing that's like really wild for me is I don't know how people can live in like Tornado Alley. Like the entire like center part of the country is super frightening to me. So much more frightening than like hurricanes are. Because you don't get any warning.
You get some warning.
Not enough warning.
I mean, also when there's
I feel
when there's storms that are potential storms to spawn tornadoes. I mean, they kind of know by now.
Yeah, but like
that you should be somewhere where you can get somewhere safe real easy.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If we're getting a bad hurricane,
yeah,
and they're like, this hurricane is so powerful, it will rip the buildings out of the ground.
Yeah, like a category 4 or 5.
They'll be like, and it'll be here in 6 days. Like, 6 days is enough time to like pack a U-Haul, write your will. Like, you got all this time. You know, Chesses don't have to evacuate and throw apart my life for a tornado every other year. Okay, fair. I guess to some extent, not having time to think might be an advantage in some cases.
I mean, I grew up where tornadoes were, I mean, not as common as some other places, but I'd say maybe once a summer, it'd be like, oh, we gotta get in the basement, because the tornado sirens would go off.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time Stephen visited me in Wisconsin, and they do the test,
yeah,
I think that kind of freaked you out. You were like, what is that noise?
If you've never
heard that noise?
I had never heard a tornado siren in my life, and I was like, are we gonna die? And everyone's like, no.
It's Sunday at 2 o'clock, they just go off.
Finish your dinner. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah, it's one of those things like, you gotta be careful. Haley.
She can't turn on audio. Haley.
Hi, Haley. Oh, she can't hear us, so...
Haley.
Please switch to sign language. God, how much do I remember? H?
H-A-L-E-Y.
H? Is this E?
A.
Well, I'm not doing A.
E.
Is this E?
E.
H-E-L-L-O.
Isn't E? E?
I don't know. I'm not... Yeah. At some...
She said beautiful.
Thanks. At some point when I was a child and I was reading a highlights magazine, it had the alphabet in it,
mm-hmm.
and my child brain just committed it to memory. It was like, you need this information. And like I'm a little wiggly on some of the... Wiggly is a choice word.
Wiggly.
I'm a little wiggly on...
She says you can just wave.
I'm a little wiggly on some of the letters now, but I still have most of it in my brain. Most of it. Anyway, for those that don't know, Haley is having a very, very, very major surgery today. So everyone wish Haley well. She is quick version.
She's talked about this on Twitter.
She's talked about this on Twitter, so you can get a little more information, like by reading her Twitter from like the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But she has something called thoracic outlet syndrome, and basically, it means that her bones are pinching her nerves,
and maybe some blood vessels.
That's the quick version.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to fix, what that means for her is that she loses strength, like in her arms. Like she can't hold her arms above her head, and it's something that just gets progressively worse. So she's going in for surgery today, and they are going to be removing part of her rib, like an upper rib, in order to not put pressure on the nerves and the blood vessels. So it's a major surgery. She's going to be in the hospital for possibly a few days, and she's going to be recovering at home for many, many, many weeks. But she's a fighter, and we'll get through this.
And Alex is helping.
And Alex is going to be, obviously helping, so.
He learned to French braid hair.
I like how we're like, Alex is going to be helping. He learned to French braid hair.
I mean, that's.
But it is important.
That's what he's done in preparation.
It is important.
Because, like, she can't raise her arms to put hair back, and.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, we all wish her well, and send some good vibes, and that's all today.
Mm-hmm.
So. If you're not already following Haley on Twitter, I'm sure she'll give us updates there whenever she can. So yeah, it's
Satsy, we saw the French braid earlier, so.
Yeah, I saw the French braid. Yeah, she it's obviously a big day for her, and I know that there's some level of nervousness, but she's gonna do fine. She's gonna do fine. Anyway. Oh my god. What? Cuts. We already rhymed guts and butts. Now I have to throw in something with a C and you call it cuts. Like a haircut. I could use one near my butt if it gets that far, you see, but right now, no, we don't need that to happen because our hair's not that long. Cuts. That song is so frightening. I get instant PTSD when I hear that music start. My brain's like, oh no! That was 8,000 from Ambi Walsh, who says, can't believe no one thought of this before. Cuts. See, now my brain is stuck on that guts, butts, nuts thing. So it's exactly where my head went. And thank you for instilling just a wee bit of anxiety into my heart today. Brandon says, make it your alarm. You'll never miss it again. It's not a bad idea.
No, please don't.
It's not a bad idea,
please
except for
don't.
the fact that I do think that Mallory would kill me. And I would prefer to live. 300 bits from Loves to Read 27. Hey, grandparents, I'm glad to hear that you guys are safe. It's my first time catching a breakfast stream, as usually I'm always asleep or forget it's happening, so that's exciting. I only remembered because I was in the middle of watching your calamari streams for the first time. It's a weird game, but I'm enjoying it. And I glanced to the side and saw you were live and was like, oh my god, it's Tuesday, so here I am. Hope you enjoy your breakfast and give my love and hugs to Kepi. Will do. I'm glad you're enjoying calamari. It's Calamari is a game that came out in, like, what, 2004?
Yeah.
And, like, I loved it, and it's so strange, but it's genuinely fun. And it's so crazy, because now there's, like, an entire generation of folks that, like, missed out on it, and they get to re-experience it. And I'm glad, because it's worth it. It's just... And there's so many Calamari games, too. Like, if you really like what you see, there's, like, what, 5 more games?
I think so.
I'd name them all, but I can't. The next one's We Love Calamari.
Yeah.
We Heart Calamari.
That's the one I had.
But then there's also... Beautiful. And the ones that came after that.
Whatever ones those are.
There was one that I remember back when the iPhone was still kind of young. There was one on mobile phone, on iPhone. And I don't know if that's even still around now, but it was like roll calamari or something. Anyway, there's a bunch of them. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy. Okay, would you rather live where you are currently, but with a guaranteed Cat 5 and Cat 3 every year of your life, or in Mal's hometown with a guarantee of 2 major whiteouts and several feet of snow?
I'll take the blizzard. Blizzard, category 5.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think objectively, I think objectively you'd have to choose a snow. A cat 5 is dangerous.
That's like Katrina, right? Katrina was a 5?
Yes, or maybe a 4.
When it hit New Orleans?
Yeah, so like, there's a lot of other factors that come into how dangerous a hurricane is and can be. But like, a Cat 5 is, you couldn't get hit with a Cat 5 every year. Like even if your home survived, your hometown would be destroyed. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no. Cat 5s are super rare. They don't happen very often. And when they happen, it's bad. The last major storm to hit here, the last Cat 5 that hit Myrtle Beach, was in 1950.
I think it was 50.
And it leveled the town.
Yeah.
Like, the town disappeared.
Hugo was a 4.
Hugo was a 4 and was in 89.
We're talking about Hazel.
And Hugo was a problem too, but, you know, Hazel basically leveled the town.
Yeah.
So someday a 5's going to come through again. And when it does, it's going to take a decade to rebuild. Like, it's just going to be a problem. So yeah, if that was my option, it was like there's going to be a Cat 5 hit every year, I'd be like, I choose to live. Like,
Kid Shadow says, what storm flooded the whole town years ago? We had Joaquin, which didn't hit us.
And Joaquin wasn't even a hurricane.
No,
Joaquin was just
Joaquin
water.
sat off the coast, and we had a system that pulled all the moisture towards us. And then we had Matthew, like the year 2 after, and then we had Florence, which is the one we evacuated for, because when we decided to evacuate the morning we did, our weatherman, who is amazing, he said, I don't see why it couldn't hit direct as a 5. And that's when we decided to go. And of course it hit at like a 3 and we would have been fine, but we were told that. Yeah.
And our dude was
mentioning... there was another one.
Our dude was mentioning stuff about how, like, even weak storms can be problematic when combined with other factors. One of the big things when Matthew hit...
Matthew was a 1.
Matthew was a Cat 1, but power was out for 3 days because it moved so slowly that it just poured water and poured water and poured water and poured water and poured water. So, like, there's different factors. So, like, the one that we had last night was a Cat 1, but it was here and then it was gone.
Yeah.
So, you know, it can really move through pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. Tap my calamari. Thank you, Satsy. Tap my calamari, which is an interesting title. Not technically wrong, I guess. 1,000 bits from Firestar92. Once when I worked at a grocery store, we had a tornado warning, and all us employees were stuck in a meat locker. Fun times. Also, I made it a breakfast stream on my birthday. Yay! Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, and I'm so glad that you don't have to spend your birthday in a meat locker. That would make it objectively worse. Or better, I guess, if you really like meat. If you're like a butcher, could make it better. Firestar, thank you. We got 14 months from Sparks15. Happy August, 5 months left of 2020. Woo! God, what is it? Yeah.
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 Neat. Time marches on. Time marches on. And like there's still plenty of 2020 left. There's a lot of things that I'm still trying to, do and accomplish in 2020. So I'm excited to see what happens in 2020, but let's, not beat around the bush. I can't wait for 2021. Just to see where we're at. Just to see what's changed. We got 200 bits from GamerGirl2108. Appreciate it. We got 23 months at Tier 2 From Drek, who says, good morning, grandparents. Hope y'all are staying safe and healthy. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Drek. We're doing our best. Staying safe, yes. Staying healthy. Pretty good. We ate broccoli last night.
It was good broccoli.
Healthy, check. It was too much broccoli.
It was.
It was too much broccoli. Because what happened was we've been buying the little microwave broccoli packs from the grocery store. And we bought one from Costco. And it comes with, like, it's basically 4 packs in one. It's cheaper to buy them. But the packs, I think, are physically bigger.
I think they are.
It's a pound of broccoli. And we already were eating those chicken and apple sausages. And then it was like, well, time to split a pound of broccoli. And we ate most of it, but we could not eat all of it. We tried.
But it was like high quality. Like, I feel like it was a better texture. It didn't turn to pure mush.
It's
It
true.
was super green.
Wait. Is Thomas here?
Yeah, he is.
Thomas, would you do us the honors of rolling the beans?
Oh.
Go for it, buddy. This one's all you. In celebration of the completion of Banana Month. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Brand, I really want to be mean.
But I don't have a joke.
Thomas, please roll the beans now. Thomas, you can do it. Roll banana, 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 banana. Terracotta pie. Thank you for rolling them beans, Thomas. Thomas has talked about wanting to do it.
For like weeks now.
And I was about to hit the button and my brain was like, remember Thomas? And I was like, I do remember Thomas. Yes, I do.
I still feel bad I forgot Thomas on Saturday. When we were doing the colors for the giant trophy, the macaroon trophy.
Oh. That, you know that you can't leave
I
that
know.
there. You're going to confuse everyone.
In sumo, on the last day, whoever wins the tournament, like, they get a bunch of prizes, but one of them is a giant French macaroon from, like, the French consulate or something. And every tournament is a different color, so we were making little side bets in addition to our fantasy sumo of what color it was going to be. And I was in Discord, and I was like, all right, you know, Chaz, what do you think? Okay, whatever. And I would write it down.
Sorry.
And I forgot Thomas.
Chaz, what do you think? Okay, whatever.
Chaz won. Thomas won the whole draft, and then Chaz won the macaroon color.
I guess black.
Yeah, Steven picked black.
I was wrong. It was pink.
I really want one.
Anyway, 4 months from Zamfire Silent Red. Hey there, grandparents. Not usually awake at this time, but my roommate needed their cat to go to the vet for a follow-up from when it had surgery to remove a lot of its teeth. It seems to be doing well, though. Well, that's good. That's good. A little concern, obviously, whenever an animal has to have a lot of their teeth removed. But they can continue to live a
Yeah, Carly's cat has
happy,
a lot of
full
teeth
life.
gone.
Yeah.
Chat wants to know how big is this macaroon. It's no lie, like this big.
So is it a real macaroon?
No. It's fake. Chaz has a picture. That's not this year's one. That was like a different one.
In my humble opinion, there's no reason why that couldn't be real.
Maybe you also get real ones. Because they like give...
The forbidden green Oreo.
They give the winner like a giant sake glass, but also they get like a ton of sake. And it's the same like with beef. Like the beef industry in Japan gives them a bunch of beef.
I don't think my question was ridiculous because, like, I've seen the stuff. Sometimes you're on the internet and someone's like reposted a thing and it's like, we made this beef, this hunk of lamb out of cake. You know, like anything is possible.
Says he wants sumo have meat. It goes back to their like their stable or where they train, and it helps feed all of the wrestlers. Which, of course, is helpful.
I'm just saying. They could make a macaroon that big. There's no reason they can't. There's nothing stopping them. If you want to make a macaroon, what you need? An oven? So you just need a bigger oven. Scale everything up. Bigger, more materials, and bigger ovens. Done.
I think, like, gravity wouldn't let it get that big.
Hello, says, have you made macaroon? No, obviously not.
Andrew says, no, Steven, stop.
Obviously, I have no idea. But that's how you do anything.
Macaroons
if you
are
need
kind
it
of
bigger,
like
make every part of it bigger.
Macaroons, like, need that airiness to, like, get like
an
that,
even bigger
and then they
oven.
get these feet on them around the...
What do you want that you wish was bigger? I wish the house was bigger. Okay, bigger materials. Done. I wish the pumpkins were bigger. Okay, grow them bigger. That one's harder to... Okay, they know what I mean, though. You can make things bigger. Just take everything that makes them and make those things bigger. Done. I got this all... I'm solving the world's problems one by one. That's the one thing that I can do. Anyway, 13 months at Tier 2 from Tired Psychopomp. Good morning. On this most auspicious 13 months, I could use some of the patented breakfast stream good vibes. My husband has an interview today after getting unexpectedly laid off a couple weeks ago. Good vibes. Mm-hmm. Good vibes to your husband then today. I hope things sincerely go well. And I know the chat will wish him well as well.
Two.
Wish him well as well too. Oh, you meant to get rid of the second well.
Yeah.
What you said also makes good sense.
Yeah. And also,
yeah, thank you, Thomas. And also with you. 20 months from the Great Ass Fairy. Woo! Tomorrow's my birthday. Can I get a wee in chat, y'all? And honestly, y'all's content has made this week amazing so far. Thank you two so much. Well, I'm glad that it's helped. And also,
happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday. Getting a wee in chat is certainly the best birthday gift that one could ask for. The appearance of Peggy. 4 months from Broken Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. 10 months from Ragusku. Good morning, grandparents. Sadly online. Classes are starting back up again today, so this will be the first stream I won't be able to watch in full, so I will see you in the VOD land. Hello from VOD land. And then, actually, the timing on that is insane. Squid just did Star Rain with Peggy with 301 bits, but I'm just now getting to a Star Rain with Peggy from Aldo from just a little bit ago, which was 2033 bits, but just in Peggy Star Rain. The timing on that, there's no way Squid could have planned that, but like, the timing on that was wild. Anyway, Aldo, thank you, and Squid, thank you as well. We got 9 months from Kopu, that's triple plus. 3 months from White 15 Wolf, who says, yay, 3 months. If there's one thing I can thank the During Times for, it's being able to make it to a couple breakfast streams, which has led to me actually looking forward to Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
I look forward to them too.
I do too. It's a good way to make sure that we stay relatively on schedule throughout the week. Usually. 300 bits from Jesse. PSA, the sun is a deadly laser. We are in Daytona Beach, and even though I applied sunscreen multiple times, I am well done. Cold vibes, please.
The last time I got burnt bad...
Even hearing about it, I'm like...
The last time I got burnt bad, I swore it would never happen again to me. I was like, anything to avoid this. I got, like, lidocaine spray, I think. Like, the stuff that numbs it, and I had to spray my shoulders.
And just let this be... learn from Jesse. If you are, either if you live at the beach, or you're visiting the beach, or you're going to be, even outside this summer, be careful. Be careful. Use a high SPF. Apply it thoroughly.
Often. especially if you're at the beach.
Yep.
Or near water, because it reflects.
Yep. So be careful. And also, one of the things I think is very helpful. Hey. One of the things I think is very helpful is to have other folks that are with you, like, check you. And what I mean by that is, you are not going to be paying attention to yourself very much. Other people will. So, like, if we are out in the sun, and I think Mal's getting red, I tell her. I'm like, hey, you're getting red. And I just let her know because, you know, you're not going to be thinking about it too much.
There's also some clothes you can get that have UV protection.
Yep.
I have 2 little hoodies with that, but it only really works when it's not 100 degrees.
Yeah. So, yeah, and also different people burn differently too. Like, I have a tendency, like, to be able to do, I can be outside and it doesn't really affect me. My dad notoriously just burns if he walks outside, so fortunately I take after my mom. Just helpful. Anyway, Jesse, I hope you feel better, because being burnt sucks. And I hope that, you know, I hope that you feel better as quickly as possible, and I hope that your showers are gentle. It's the one thing I remember most from being sunburnt over the years, is like the shower is like you have it on like the cold setting, and you have it against the wall, and you're just kind of trying to get the splashes to hit you, and you're like, I don't want to. It's not ideal.
Someone asked if your dad was a vampire. No, it's the Scottish heritage.
Well, he's a Scots vampire. Thank you very much. Anyway, 500 bits from Sparks15, who says five. This is way too early for this nonsense.
Did Sparks get you?
Sparks. Let's put the message. 500 bits from Sparks15. The message says 500 bits from Sparks15. One jolly. I've had my jolly for this morning. 300 bits from Paint Chipper says stop it! What are you doing? 300 bits from Paint Chipper, who says 300 bits from Paint Chipper. My jaw hurts from the last 25 seconds. God. 5 months from Nscav. Appreciate it. Line Rider says 2 jollies. Just only allowed 1. 300 bits from Summer Essentia. Good morning. I'm currently at war with flower beetles in the kitchen.
No.
And we've been struggling with dealing with them since we haven't been able to find where they came from. Would appreciate some good vibes for winning this battle.
Those are not fun, I hear.
I don't think I know what a flower beetle is.
Well, they're beetles, but they...
Thanks. I thought they were marmosets.
You can sometimes get the larva in different grains, like flour or oats and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're terrible. Like, I don't know if they're as bad as like bed bugs or carpet beetles or anything, but they're nasty.
Well, I hope that goes well. We one of the things that we've been dealing with, I mean, ever since we moved in, but a lot in the last like month, is earwigs. Those suckers are everywhere. Like, there was one night I killed 25 all in the kitchen. And like,
they're common down here. Like, talking to other people who live in the area, like if you have a house on a slab and it doesn't have like a crawl space, they're common.
Yeah. And like, they're not like they're not a
they don't
problem.
Infest really, and they don't do anything. They're just a
they're
pain.
just like annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You just look down and you're like, oh, hi buddy, sorry. And the thing that sucks is that Kepler
will go after bugs.
And Sagan too. Neither of them would.
They don't like the earwigs.
They will go after bugs. They will eat them. But when it comes to the earwigs, they're like, oh, I don't care about that. So they'll literally just sit there and just watch them. And I'm like, okay, you want to help? And they're like, no. Sometimes Kep will like very gently like
touch.
He'll be like touch.
Sometimes
it's enough to like crush the poor little things because they're so tiny. Kep will just, and then he's done and he don't care and he leaves.
Coffee.
Anyway, 300 bits from Andrew in the kitchen.
Whose message says
300 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. How many more? It's fine. 300 bits from Opera Bubbles, who says, good morning, all. I've been pretty quiet at breakfast stream for a bit, but I just wanted to share that I got a new job this week.
awesome.
To the pet store, and I already know I have a great manager there. Plus, their COVID restrictions are way stricter than my last job. Yes, safety. Anyway, everyone here is always making me smile and laugh, so thanks for being here and listening. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I would feel that working in a pet store would be kind of nice. Especially if it's a... Especially if they allow Peggy inside. Especially if they allow pets in.
Yeah.
See, that would be fun for me.
Yeah, like see people bring in their dogs.
Yeah, because like part of enjoying animals is just like seeing them and being like, oh, look, a dog.
And probably very rarely a cat.
Yeah, very rarely.
Because like
Very
I know
rarely.
that
but some
Paul
people
brings
do it. Yeah.
Maxwell.
Yeah, and some people they can do that, but oh my god. Did you guys force a high P train in the morning in the middle of the stream? What have you been doing? What have you done? My god.
Coffee.
Well, there's a high P train now, so if you want to jump on the train and get the Twitch emotes, you can. Good god. I'm just going to continue to work through alerts. What even is today? 5 months from Avaricia OA says, I don't pay attention to the news much, but is it Hurricane Douglas? It passed by Hawaii but missed.
Coffee.
No, this was Isaias.
Isaias.
Yeah, Isaias was because we're on the
Atlantic.
Atlantic coast. And Hawaii is yonder side of
Pacific.
the United States. Yep. 300 bits from Silver JD, who says 6 days to escape a hurricane. So I would rather a hurricane over a moon falling, since you only have 3 days to evacuate. I mean, true, but in the latter scenario, you can play, you know, a song on your magical whistle to go back in time.
Coffee.
Majora's Mask. Lonkin' the magical whistle. It's just that one clip from I keep thinking Candy Harry Potter. What's his name? Who's the Candy Harry Potter? Candy Harry Potter, and he's got all the
What?
Candy Harry Potter, and he goes and all the Oompa Loompas. Willy Wonka. Thank you.
God.
Thank you. I got there. Also, am I wrong?
Coffee.
Am I wrong?
There was some sort of like strange thought someone had about Willy Wonka, and it was like, what if he actually is a wizard? And like the Ministry of Magic is like really upset by him.
Or is that the normal?
That was the normal
Whoops.
one.
I just like doing the voice. Yeah, you are wrong. I'm not wrong. He's basically a wizard. He's super mysterious. He's got all this weird technology. Like, no one's ever visited him. Anyway, moving on. 1050 bits, 1050 bits from Tired Psychobomb. Says, I've grown up in Tornado Alley, and honestly, it's just a part of life. I don't even get worried unless the sirens start up. I've slept through more warnings than I can care to count. I mean, I understand that in relation to, like, my own experiences, because people get really worked up about hurricanes when they don't live here. And they're, you know, we get a lot of messages and stuff anytime there's anything. And they're like, are you okay? And we're like, oh, it's fine. You know, it's got to be a pretty strong one, and it's got to be relatively in our direction.
Yeah.
To
Because
get
the worst part is like
concerned.
the eye wall.
Coffee.
Yeah. So, it's not something I worry about too much. But because a tornado is so foreign to me, I'm like, that's scary. That's very scary. Renee says, okay, so what house would Willy Wonka belong to? Like how when I said that, the Taco Bell logo was like, Taco Bell. That's his house.
Coffee.
There'd have to be a new house made.
There's only 4.
There'd be a new one, and it'd be called Gobstopper.
Coffee.
And then Harry Potter would defect from
Starts with a G.
Ganglion. House Ganglion. He would leave House Ganglion and he would go to Gobstopper. Gryffindor. That's what I meant.
Coffee.
Ah, yes, my favorite house.
Y'all know that I...
Coffee.
I mean, Ganglion has lion in it, and a griffin is...
So who was right, really? We got a sub from TerraCat84. Welcome. Welcome, and I'm sorry. 300 bits from Prince. All this talk about tornadoes as an Oklahoman is making me recall a vivid memory of Dad going to our glass back door and looking out and watching the tornado that was in the field beyond our yard just slowly moving in a direction away from our house, close enough to see some of the individual wisps. Good childhood memory. And I don't know that I would do well with that sort of information. If I looked out my window and saw a tornado, I would be like, I mean, we also don't have like basements.
When I was very young,
a problem.
Like
Coffee.
kindergarten or maybe younger, because it was in like the house my parents built. I remember being in the basement with Carly, who had to have been toddler. Like, I don't think she could walk yet. I don't remember. But I remember, like, knowing there was a tornado and, like, creeping up each individual stair and peeking out through the basement door and being like, Mom, I know you need to get in the basement, because I knew that.
Yeah.
And she was, like, looking out the big sunroom window. And she was like, it's okay, but you go downstairs.
See, because I don't have any first-hand experiences with tornado, I just remember, like, the opening scene to Twister. And I'm like, that's everyone's experience with tornadoes all the time. Is they all live on a farm and they have to run to the basement, which isn't even in the house. They got to go out to the cellar. Which, you know, seems like it might be a bit exaggerated.
I mean, not necessarily, because, like, I have an aunt who was at the grocery store and a storm came up and she lost her house.
I mean, yeah, but it's good that she was at a grocery store. She would have lost her life, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
There was my dad has a tornado story. He grew up in West Virginia, and there was a tornado that came through there at one point, and he said,
"Oh, it's rare there."
And he said that there were two different big things that were really wild. He said one was that it had went into a barn and like blew the roof off of the barn, but the other part of the barn, like the walls were still standing.
Oh yeah, I can just.
And then another thing that happened was that it sang. Oh God, that it sang a song. Sing about your knowledge of Harry Potter. Harry Potter knows magic and stuff, and all of his friends are a little rough, but the biggest one is Big Friend. He's really rough, but he's a friend till the end, and he says, I know Harry Potter! It's about 90%. His name is Big Friend.
Oh.
This is legally his name. Hagrid? Is that his name?
Yes.
I've always called him Big Friend. I assumed that he may have had a name, but I've always referred to him as Big Friend. The honey monster. so many other ways it could go. Though 6,000 from Mr. Game Boy 18 just says, sing all about your knowledge of Harry Potter. I mean, that song probably covered about 90% of it. Harry Potter was born under the stairs.
Born under the stairs.
I'm off to a good start. He was born under the stairs. His parents hated him and they kicked him a lot. And they were like, you gotta go off to school. So he travels by boat? No, wait. Big Friend shows up. Big Friend shows up and is like, I'm gonna take you away. And he trusts him because maybe they're related. Is like, I think it's that he's his uncle or something. So they go and they get in a really tiny boat and they paddle to Hogwarts. When they get to Hogwarts, there's a really big cafeteria and everyone hates Harry. And then I almost said Grand Wizard. It's probably not what he's called. Let's call him Important Wizard. Much better name. Important Wizard is standing at the head of the class, or not the class, the cafe. Yeah, thanks, Noah. Important Wizard standing at the head of the cafe and says, we have to let the hat figure out where you live. So there's a magical hat and it goes, and then they pull out the name and they go, Harry Potter, you have to go into the dungeon and fight the dog. So then Harry Potter and Hermione and...
You can't remember his name, can you?
I keep wanting to think it's Dan, but I don't think it's Dan. Is it Dan? No, that's not, like, English enough. Let's just call him Dan. So Harry and Hermione and Dan have to go into the dungeon, and there's a dog and it has 3 heads. And I don't think they kill it, but maybe they do. I don't know. So they talk to the dog, they kill it or something. And then I think the movie just ends. And I've never seen any of the other ones. I don't think there's anything else in the movie. Is there more?
Yes.
Because I know there's more movies, but I don't think that there's anything else that I remember. They go and they talk to the dog, and then the credits just roll. Chad says, yes, the great conclusion. They don't kill it. Or maybe they do.
And the movie ends.
And then the movie ends. I know there are more movies. I know that there's a bald guy. And he's evil? And I know that at some point they're on the brooms. Is that in the first movie?
Yes.
I have blocked that out. I kept thinking, no, that must be in movie like 3 or 4.
I mean, it's in like all of them.
Yeah. Quidditch.
Yes.
That's what it's called. Quidditch.
You remember
Quidditch.
that, but it's like, not Ron. Dan. That's
I couldn't
his name.
remember the boy's name. And also, Dan and Ron are so close. Consonant, vowel, N. I was close. Dr. Evil. Harry Potter. We meet again. I need to move on. There was a high P, so there's so many hearts now. Anyway. Sab says, consonant, vowel, N. Stephen, there are so many words like that. Yes, but not many of them are names. Ron, Dan.
Bob.
It has to end with an N.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
There's only 2.
John. Don.
There's 3 and 4. There's 4. 5.
Ben.
Okay, there's 5 names. 5!
Jen.
Ken. Yeah,
Ken.
okay. It's fine. 300 bits from Dane, 1647, says, breakfast stream, crunchy like hurricane. Oh, I get it. It's the song reference. Breakfast stream, crunchy like a hurricane. I get it. I got there. Quick Quest gifts us up to Magical Emma. Appreciate it. We get 300 bits from Musey, who says, hey guys, as much positivity as possible would be appreciated. I am 1 academic year away from graduating with a double major in literature and theater. However, after capping on FAFSA and now needing a cosigner for my last loan, my dad won't. It's the only one he would need to cosign since I started all this back in 2013. I feel devastated and heartbroken. I need all the love and good vibes as my dream gets ripped away from me. I can't afford school. Good vibes sent your way. I know chat will Chat will be sending good vibes your way as well.
Maybe talk to your school's financial aid office.
I would absolutely do that. Mm-hmm. That would be my first stop. Mm-hmm. There might be options available to you that you don't know.
Yeah, that happened to me with some things.
And that would be the first place I would go to try and figure something out. And I sincerely hope that things work out for you. And I hope that the financial aid office has got some sort of solution for that. So don't give up. 300 bits from Dane1647. There should be some kind of incentive during Extra Life to have Chat cut, dye, ruin Steven's hair during Extra Life. Like if we hit $100,000, Chat decorates Steven's hair. Listen, I have agreed to grow out my hair. That's the agreement. That's where we are. As far as doing other things to the hair, let's all just be thankful that the hair is happening. Basically. I'm kind of curious to see how long it'll get. I don't know.
Before Extra Life?
Before Extra Life, yes. Sorry, Setsy meant beard, but it says grow a bear, so we can ruin it for Extra Life. I just really love the phrase grow a bear. God, if I could grow a bear... Actually, that would be dangerous,
don't.
So I might not.
Don't.
Mr. Gameboy says, I mean, that was a deal with just me. And I'm sticking to that. I'm holding on to the hair. Although I am just invested in the idea of growing my hair now. I've had a lot of comments like on vlogs and stuff in the past, few weeks of like, hey, you're good to get your hair cut. Like, I know that your parents have been safe, you've been safe, you could get your hair cut. And like, that's not what it's about anymore for me. Now I just want to grow my hair out. I've never had it this long, and now I'm like, let's go for it. Let's find out what's at the end of this rainbow. The rainbow being my head. 300 bits from Ravenclaw. Good morning. I took a risk and ordered donuts this morning. They're supposed to be here in 15 minutes, and I just hope they're actual donuts and not a hole in the ground. Anyways, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your donuts. I wish I had donuts.
I know.
Well, like, just one. Or how Dunkin' Donuts does the little donut holes? You get like a box of 10?
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that, too.
Nah, I'd rather have a donut.
10 little glazed donut holes?
I'd rather have donuts. There's something about the donut holes at Dunkin' that have like a weird film I get in my mouth after. I don't like it.
What if they were from like a Chinese donut shop in Los Angeles?
Then yeah.
Those places are nuts. Everything in there is delicious, and it's all like dirt cheap. I remember we went to one with Alex and Haley, and they had donut holes, and you got like a dozen donut holes, and it was like $1. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You could sell these for so much more! Anyway, they were great.
I was gonna say about your hair.
Yeah.
There's also people asking you to put products in it. And you don't like product.
I'm just not gonna bother.
Yeah. Then it's on your hands and it's all...
I'm just not gonna do it. I know myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's really not. It's just gonna do this. And maybe at some point I'll wear a hat. We get 300 bits from Elena123. Poll question: what percentage of chat hasn't seen a rotary phone? What percentage, if any, doesn't know what that is? I'm 23 and I've seen one, but only because my parents kept theirs because it was pretty.
I had one. My parents had one.
Yeah, we had one. I remember whenever I was young, we had one. And then we had the buttons.
Chess says we don't have time for a poll.
No official polls. Just people answering in the chat. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, we're to the point that people don't know what audio cassettes are. People don't know what VHS tapes are. We're getting
floppy disks.
Floppy disks. Like, we're getting
especially the big ones.
We're gonna get to the point where people will have never owned a music CD, because for what purpose? Music exists on your computer, and that's it. And that's fine. Things march forward. There's stuff that's older than us that we've never used. You know, I've never owned Betamax tapes.
We had a Betamax player when I was little.
You ever owned... Did you have a Laserdisc? Probably not.
My parents didn't like records
What's the,
either, so we didn't have records.
Did you have 8-track?
I think my dad did.
Yeah. It's, you know... There's technology we didn't use.
Yeah.
I've never used an Apple II.
Trent says, what about a pager? My dad had a pager.
Oh my god, a pager! My dad had a pager when he worked at the city. That was big tech. That was big tech. And now it seems insane. 9 months from Agers 10. Happy 9 months. Time to welcome breakfast, baby Georgers. It's maybe best not to name children early in the morning.
Yeah.
Breakfast baby Georgers. I like it, personally. 300 bits from Gold Mage. Good morning. I recently introduced a friend to you, and she's currently enjoying and working her way through your Twilight Princess LP. We also watched together, I'd already seen it, of course, your Until Dawn Let's Play. She had very similar thoughts on it that Mal did. Despite that, or despite what you may have thought otherwise, said friend is not a sea lion. You mentioned sea lions. Well, did you know that New Zealand sea lion males grow an actual mane of pale brown and yellow fur?
Ah, that's cool.
And I guess that must be how they got the lion name, because they have actual manes. Until Dawn is great. I want to play another horror game with you. They're so fun. They're so fun.
I'm gonna have to call out sick that day.
I know where you live. 200 bits from Queer Quest. 7 months from Scolopendra. 100 bits from Crytoxin. 14 months from Epic DXX. 510 bits from Tired Psychopomp, who says, Yaha! And I cannot stress this enough. Ha! I love it. I love it, and I anxiously await playing more Zelda on Friday. 300 bits from Action Cat. Taking my kitty to the vet today. He seems to be missing a claw. And as soon as I noticed, I called and got an appointment. Give Kepi some extra head scratches for me. Well, I hope that that goes well.
Yeah.
Missing a claw seems somewhat problematic. Although, my hope would be that in that it's not going to be a huge health issue, you know. Mm-hmm. Possibly somewhat problematic for the cat, but at least it's not like in here.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but Kepler broke a toe.
Coffee.
We don't know when.
We're not sure when. We've known about it for a long time.
Yeah.
He's
seen the vet over that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there was a time. It was a few years ago, I think, is when I first noticed it. And I was looking at one of his hind feet, and his toe is like sideways almost. Mm-hmm. And I was like, buddy, what happened? And you know, it hasn't affected his quality of life, and it has since healed just fine. But
he doesn't limp or anything.
He doesn't limp. He doesn't do anything. But if you look at his back feet, one of his toes is like clearly messed up. So he broke it at some point, and the vet said, "Yeah, he broke it, and it healed, and he's good now." We're just like,
there's not much they can do because they're so tiny.
Yeah.
And there's so many bones all over. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, they can be fine. It's just weird because, like, he never did anything to indicate that he hurt himself.
Yeah.
It's just one day I was looking at his feet and I was like, is your toe broken? Cats. They'll surprise you. We got 2 months from Anita Wynn, who says, Happy 2 months. Love you guys. Aw. Thank you. 2033 bits from Florelio says, Happy birthday. Awee! From Peggy. Peggy giving birthday wishes. 300 bits from Fossix, who says 300... God, here, I can see them.
That's where it starts.
Sure. 300 bits from Fossix, who says 300 bits from Fossix. 300 bits from the Chemist 2020, who says 300 bits from the Chemist 2020. 300 bits from Danny X6, who says 300 bits from Danny. 300 bits from Ivar. I'm gonna mess up the last name again. Is it Skonebeck? Maybe I'm getting closer than last time. I know it's Ivar Skonebeck. Anyway, surprise, it says 300 bits from Ivar Skonebeck. 517 bits from Sparks15, who says 517 bits from Sparks15. 300 bits from White15 Wolf, who says no message. Like, it's not that there's no message, it says no message. 300 bits from Squid a Baconator, who says infinity bits from Squid. 300 bits from Andrew in the Kitchen, who says 500 bits from Andrew in the Kitchen. Now you're playing with power. 300 bits from Satsy, who says 500 bits from Paint Chipper. 2033 bits from Danny X6, who says that Peggy was from Danny X6. 500 bits from Jared Dillon 2710, who says 300 bits from Jared Dillon 2710. We also got 215 bits from Incarnado 95. 200 bits from Paint Chipper. Did I get through the madness? I think I got through... Well, I think there's more madness ahead. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu, who says Twitch isn't taking my resub message for some reason, so I'll do this instead. 10 months! I just want to say, thanks to you, I've been playing Breath of the Wild a lot recently. I've made it a lot further than my first time, and yesterday I beat my second Divine Beast, Vomito. I can't wait to see you get to some of the things I've done. I mean, we're a fourth of the way through the game. How many beasts are there? 4? How many have we beaten? 1? Fourth of the way.
You know, not counting anything else.
Using that as literally the only metric. I think Chaz speculated that we were approximately like 5% through the game. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. 17 months from Mazel with an E. I've been watching a lot of your co-op LPs, and it's been helping me really get through the days. The two of you have been one of my beacons of joy. A question: any thoughts on doing D&D again soon, even if digitally done? It's okay. My quick explanation of this: my passion for D&D has never left. It's so fun. I enjoy playing. I enjoy DMing. We just haven't done it because it's time consuming. And then of course the whole pandemic thing has happened and it's made physical stuff impossible.
And then in regards to digital, we have so many friends that want to play, and it's really hard once you start getting over 5 players.
Yeah.
And then things just get way more complicated.
Yeah. Between 3 and 5 players is ideal. You can run D&D with any amount, but it becomes an increasing problem.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like running it with 6, like you have to be a good DM, but also your player characters have to be good player characters, which means paying attention, and it's so hard.
It takes longer because then they all have combat phase and
and trying to make sure that everyone pays attention is hard because player 6 on player 1's turn is like
playing with dice.
Yeah, well, they're on their phone, so they don't know what's happened by the time it gets to their turn. So it's kind of problematic. But I mean, would I be down for doing it? Yeah, it's not that the desire is gone. It's just that it's hard. It's hard. With Fallout ending on Sunday, yes, I said that Fallout is ending on Sunday. With that ending Sunday and things getting more back on track, I mean, maybe it would be possible to start looking at it again. We have a lot of people in the Stephen and Friends group that want to do it too, but
I don't mind just listening or being an NPC. Like you're like, you can play the bartender. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll look more into it.
Yeah.
We got 100 bits from Samus 2008. Samus, thank you. 300 from Noah, who says 300 bits from Firmegg. It's a good name. If you're looking for A name change in the future. Farm Egg's a good one. 100 bits from Satsy. 300 bits from Howie Sona. 300 bits from Howie Sona. And a real message. Thanks for that. It was what I love from you two. Thanks for making me happy. I got a new dog with Finn, and he has a cone. And last thing, Peeperoo. Well, congrats on the new dog. That's exciting. He has a cone. That part's less exciting. But the dog is...
Maybe there was like a recent spay or neuter or something.
Yeah. Cones are requirements for dogs occasionally.
Cats too? Sometimes?
Yeah, that's true. But just having a new puppers in your life that's a source of joy.
Yeah.
We got 300 bits from Am in Iowa with the cool Star Rain. I think we brought that out for Friday, so
we did.
Breakfast Stream is probably confused as to why there's a new emote. But there's a new emote when something needs to be. Oh, hold on. When
so much hair.
Spitting image of cool here. When something needs to be cool. Was that pretty cool?
Now do it with mine.
Don't worry, it's me. Cool, man. 300 bits from Anne, who says, how do you call Thomas? On the ring, 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 banana phone. 500 bits from Sparks15, who says 500 bits from Kendall HX. 300 bits from PK Magical, who says 200 bits from PK Magical. Thank you, PK. 300 bits from Kimikawa with the Siren Star Rain. 300 bits from Paint Chipper, who says 300 bits from Paint Chipper. $300 bits from Item Crafting Live, who says 3. Are there supposed to be ditto marks? Because it's 2 quotes. I don't know if there's supposed to be ditto marks or not. Let's just say 3 inches. Spark Strike 13 with the 10 gift subs. To Karma Strikes, Timeline Man, Wanderlive, Sunslayer KD, Rasulisu, Unreal Zoroark, E Wright 1122, That Unknown Skull, Monster Scoo 11, and Serenity of Toast. Spark Strike, thank you for the milk bombs. We have 300 bits from Chemist 2020, who says 300 bits from the Chemist. Correct. 1400 bits from Florelia, who says for the high P. God, we're just getting to where the high P was ending. 5 months from Doan 2300.
Coffee.
Appreciate it. 500 bits from FJ Time. Here, have some bits. How's Breath of the Wild been? Is Mal still chaotic good? Has Steven lost his sanity again? And how are y'all with the hurricane stuff? Hurricane stuff is good. It's gone.
Yeah.
And I mean, we haven't been outside yet, but I presume there's no damage or anything. And Breath of the Wild's been good. Mal is... I think chaotic good is a good alignment for you. 300 bits from Chill Days. 300 bits from Chill Days. Also honk.
Honk.
300 bits from NG Bin. What's your name? What's your favorite color? If you could only pick a number 1 through 10, but 7 and 8 are off limits, what would you choose? I said that, and I don't remember when, but I recognize it as something stupid I would say. At the beginning, I thought it was a reference to Monty Python. You're going to pick up. What is that from?
You were sitting in a closet?
During a 2019 vlog. Oh, it was the last time we were in the closet. We were sitting in the closet, and I made a comment about like, oh, we can use this opportunity to get to know each other. What's your name? What's your favorite color? If you could only pick a number 1 through 10, but 7 and 8 are off limits, what would you choose? Thanks. I remembered something. 200 bits from Need to Wind. 500 bits from Tired Psychopomp 91, who says 666 bits from Sparks 15. Press X to doubt. Vegetable Sorbet gives 2 subs, 1 to PB Ben and 1 to Sphinx 7. 300 bits from Squid Baconator, who says 300 bits from Kepler.
Kepler!
Keppy, come up before the stream ends. Say hi. Keppy! He might come up. 500 bits from Unbent Reagent with the Grandpa Star Rain. 1962 bits from Bucky Boy 2009, who says that Taco Bell alert was courtesy of Bucky Boy 2009. I like... Okay, Real talk, I do enjoy the fact that that chat and the audience comes up with their own, like, collectively their own humor. Like, they make
and then
their
people
own...
get in on it.
They make their own jokes. And it's a hive mind. Like, it just... They create their own comedy, and then I get pulled into that comedy. It's one of the extreme benefits of doing something live, is because you have this really interesting dynamic between the folks on camera and the audience is literally playing the role of a person and a fellow entertainer. And I'm glad that chat has got a good sense of humor. 300 bits from Prince, who says, "Oh heck, Hype Train," to send some more bits, and ask Mal the question I almost forgot about. Mal, do you know about Art Fight?
No, I don't.
If not, it's essentially a month-long event every year where artists all over get split into 2 teams, there's a website for it, and draw the other team's original characters to earn points. Do you have original characters, and do you think you'd ever participate?
I don't have any original characters. So
it would be kind of hard to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
not really a character artist, though.
Yeah,
In fact,
I don't feel very comfortable drawing people.
Yeah.
Like, I never took life drawing, and...
Yeah, if, I mean, one of the things that Mal's focused on, you know, very hard in her art career has been landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's a reason for that. She likes to paint landscapes, but then also, it's a strong point.
Yeah.
More so than human figures. Like, the amount of characters or humans or anything other than landscapes that are in your paintings are exceedingly small.
Yeah.
I know that there's a Sonic piece that has Sonic and Tails in it.
Oh, that was early.
It was early, and like that...
There's a few things.
Like the Goose Game painting has got the farmer and the goose
and that was
in
something
it.
I was worried about.
Mal was so worried about that. So worried about that. But you did good.
Thank you.
It took you a long time, and you were very meticulous about it, but you got there. You got there. 300 bits from Retro Remedies. These 300 bits are courtesy of our sponsor this stream, Wario. Thank you, God, for Wario. That's my impression. 500 bits from Mimcarnother95. 300 bits from Mimcarnother95. Lies. 300 bits from Back in Red. 2033 bits from Back in Red. I got my Animal Crossing Dream address the other day, and it contains the number 2033. Any advice on exercising my Switch from Peggy? There's nothing you can do. You have to put it on a table and shout "Awee" at it. And you might be saying, how many times? It's not 2033 times, is it? And the answer is, unfortunately, yes. It's going to take a while, but it'll be worth it.
I need to post my Dream address.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Yeah, that would be good.
I did that, but I forgot to post it.
We got 300 bits from Jared Dillon 2710, who says 300 bits from Candy Willy Wonka. Oh man, is Candy Willy Wonka Harry Potter with a Snickers bar? 300 bits from Goldmage. 300 bits from Malmix. The message says 300 bits from Malmix. Wait, Mal didn't send these. 300 bits from a sea lion. Wait, sea lions usually don't send bits either. 300 bits from Candy Harry Potter. Oh, 300 bits from Goldmage. Thermodynamic bits. I think I'm gonna have a mental breakdown at the end of the stream.
Friday chat is like, it's Tuesday, and now they're like, look at these bits from...
500 bits from Sparks15, who says 300 bits from Chugga-Conroy. 23 months from Fossix. Fossix subscribed for 23 months. Thank you. People are just doing my job for me. Just basically giving me a script of what to read. 500 bits from Colin DeB, who says 500 bits from Colin, who says, hey, hope you guys are doing well. I just got back from a week-long camping trip and can't wait to catch up on Breath of the Wild. Good luck with all the Inception alerts. It is Inception alerts. I feel like I'm Leo. He was in the movie. 300 bits from Danny X6, who says 300 bits from Fossix, who says 300 bits from Sparkstrike, who says 300 bits from JR Brandon, who says 300 bits from Obama, who says honk. We're going too deep. 300 bits from Neji10 Forever 67. First time giving bits, but got to jump on that high P. I'm glad you were on the train. 300 bits from Aldo512. Steven, you need to stop giving away the secrets of the next Harry Potter movie. Roland will sue you. I'll be fine. 500 bits from Moselle with an E. While watching all these LPs, Mary, you're my wife, Mary. Mao is very headstrong and doesn't need planning to do things, which is very different from real life, being the more fast-thinking and book-smarts one from how I've seen, at least through Twitch and vlogs. Mao and I have very different approaches in playing video games, and also, I mean, I guess streams are playing video games as well. Like, anyone that's watched Breath of the Wild will know that me and her approach things extremely differently. And there's pros and cons for both ways.
Yeah, and I would say we approached things different based on what's happening. If there's a battle, I'm not as good. But, like, if there's a puzzle, I'm like, let's just jump in it and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's go over here.
It's really hard to play, like, a long-term open-world game with another person like this, because you share inventory and you share all this stuff. And, you know, when you're watching someone play, you're just thinking, that isn't how I would do it. But, you know, I try to be respectful and just let you do your thing. And also help when anxiety seems to be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, when you were fighting the really big guy,
Yeah.
I was trying to... I didn't want to, like, backseat you, but I also wanted to, like...
Make sure I didn't die?
Well, it's... The truth is, when you're playing the game, it's harder to think clearly. When someone is in the passenger seat watching what's happening, you know, they can help. Chess says, believe me, Stephen, all of chat is thinking, that's not how I would do it either. Yeah. 500 bits from Toaster Wolf 99. I live in the middle of Tornado Alley, Missouri, and despite being here basically my entire life, due to my anxiety, if there is a tornado warning, I start to freak out and shut down. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have anxiety, but I feel like if I was hearing tornado sirens, there would be grave concerns immediately. I mean, part of it, I'm sure, would be the unfamiliarity with the situation. But, like, tornadoes are scary. It's reasonable to be scared. They're frightening.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be like, holy crap, strong wind. Because it's a strong, scary wind. 16 months from Rocktron LPs. Obligatory 16. Seriously, though, thank you for the laughs and good times. You helped me to stay positive while I helped my father through his lung cancer treatments and helped when my cat passed away last month. Here's to more laughs. Rocktron, I'm glad that we can help. I'm sorry to hear about both your father and your kitty cat. Stay strong and keep trying to laugh. Laughter's been a big important thing for me this entire year, but especially in the early part of the year. So keep looking for things to help you laugh. 23 months from JCJX. 23, smiling with glee. Amazing content for almost 2 years. Thanks, my dears. But lately, I've been busy. I'm sorry. Thanks for what you do, staying lovely, staying true. All the best through this pandemic. May you bond with the word thermodynamic. And thank you, Dr. Seuss, for being here this morning. I appreciate the rhymes. 300 bits from Loves to Read 27. Hey guys, I mentioned on Friday I had made a painting and I finally tweeted it to you guys. Also, I asked my brother what an overhead projector was and he did not know. My life flashed before my eyes, and I've never felt older. I definitely know what a rotary phone is, and I loved watching Blue's Clues on VHS when I was younger. I think I drove my mom insane. So, I guess overhead projectors are old, because now we have like normal projectors.
Yeah. I collected them as a teacher. We had like a room of just old technology. Mm-hmm. And I had about 3 that I would get because you can use them as tracing tables.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we would do.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just... There are more efficient ways to do overhead, to do projectors now. Mm-hmm. You know, especially if a room has, like, a normal projector set up, it's hooked up to a computer, there is no need to ever have an overhead projector again. Time marches on. 300 bits from Ziasarn. Y'all talking about old tech, and I actually have one. An old medium format film camera. Man, film cameras are so much fun. Have you used a film camera before? This is for everyone. So I have not used a film photo camera aside from the disposables. My family never had a dedicated camera growing up. We just went to the CVS and bought a
Disposable.
24 exposure thing. And that was my childhood. It's like, oh, we're going on vacation. We got to go buy one of those things. And you had 24 photos, so like you just thought very carefully about everything you shot.
Uh-huh.
Which is so weird from today. Today we can take tens of thousands of photos and we don't even think about it. We're just like, huh. But back then it was like you get 24 and the vacation's 7 days long. So that's averaging out to like 3-ish a day. So think carefully.
See, I used a lot of film. My dad had an SLR, like an old SLR, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I had experience with that and like loading film into the camera. And then I took darkroom photography in high school. I took 2 semesters of it. And then when I got to college, I wanted to take it again. So I got up into 400 level photography as a sophomore.
Yeah.
And I didn't use medium format except like one time. But I did a lot of weird stuff with different lenses and doing macro. And I loved the darkroom.
Yeah.
And we had to buy, in college, they were like, you need to buy 100-foot length of film and then, like, put it in the little canisters. Like, and we had to do all that ourselves. We had this canisters you could pop open and wind film in.
I saw a few people asking why didn't my family just buy 2 disposable cameras. Occasionally that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally you would be on a trip and 2 days before the trip was over, you were out of exposure, so you had to buy another, disposable camera. But that's not ideal because you have to buy the camera and also you have to pay to get it developed.
Mm-hmm.
So like those 24 photos, like you cost money.
Your stomach.
That's not good. Try to last a little bit longer, buddy. We're almost done with the show. Please do not cause me an early exit. Now I've talked about this before, but I have used film because I shot on the Bolex, but that was for video.
Yeah.
But I've never taken stills. Oh my god. Am I sick? Let's try to make it through. 500 bits Marty Griff, 1980. On Murder Party and Jackbox, one of the games uses a rotary phone. Watched a game with Tom and his friends in Texas, and none could do it. So when will there be more Jackbox? How could they not do it? It's just...
Yeah, you turn
It's
it,
easy.
and then you let it go back,
It's
and then
easy.
you put your finger in your next number and turn it, and then you let it go back. What?
Making decisions. 6 months from Tar62800, who says, good morning. Glad to see you all are safe. We only got a little rain here in the Charlotte area, and I hope everyone along the East Coast is safe this morning. Yeah, I guess Charlotte's well enough inland.
Yeah, it's going straight north, like,
Yeah.
through DC area.
Yeah, it was, it certainly got windy. Looking out the back door last night, you got to see the trees really bend.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, look what they can do. I think we got some footage of that. Again, at a 1/4 shutter speed, so it's a slideshow, but
Yeah.
you can still tell what's going on. 30 bits from TerraCat84, who says, from TerraCat84. I love it. 5 months from King Family 3. 5 months, it's gone so fast. Thanks for all the good times my family has enjoyed with watching your videos and streams. Aw. I'm glad that the entire family's enjoying stuff. Mm-hmm. 300 bits from DannyX6. This is a dream of mine, so I'm putting it out into the universe, despite having no idea how it could come to pass. I really want to sing an improv duet with Steve. Well, never say never. The improv duet I'm looking forward to is when... I was going to say Thomas is here,
Yeah.
but Chaz too.
Yeah.
Because over the last year, they rag on me if I mess up a song or if it's not as good as some of the other ones, and I'm like, oh, just wait when you're in the hot seat. Make you sing nonstop, see how it goes.
Chaz knows it's coming.
Oh, he knows. Hopefully he's studying up.
Practicing.
300 bits from Noah, who says 666 bits from thermodynamics. 666, of course, being the official number of thermodynamics. Wow. Such blatant cheating. Chaz says, I can change every alert that comes in to say Stephen only, so...
Can't do that when you're in front of the camera.
I think I'll be running alerts that day. Like, huh, they all say Chaz. All of them. Wow. Goodness. Guess you gotta sing. You can also, with the because everything that Chaz made is like the system that he made, like you can also create alerts. Mm-hmm. So if I run the system that day, I'll just be making alerts. I'll just be making people up. I'll be like, oh, look, Ben Affleck 26. There's another song, Chaz. Look at all the songs. Look what you gotta do. It's great. 300 bits from Line Rider, who says, we get the Chaz star rating from Line Rider. Thank you, Chaz, and thank you, Line Rider. 300 bits from Shinov. A bit late in the stream, but still, have these bits to bless this Monday morning. No, you don't. Listen, I'm past that. The confusing parts of the week were last week. I'm past that this week. 520 bits from FJ Time. Why is all of Blooming Chat doing this 300, 400, 500 bits from X thing? Also, Mal, your art is amazing.
Thank you.
Steven, I'm glad YouTube recommended you to me about 3 to 4 years ago. Thanks for all the memories. I'm glad that we've been a part of your life for 3 to 4 years. That's a long time. Like, we've been on the internet for like a bit. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful for that. But I'm thankful that people have stuck with us and that we've continued to entertain. 200 bits from Retro Remedies. 300 bits from Kimikawa says 300 bits from Wednesday. Don't you dare. 300 bits from Incarnado95 who says 300 bits from Incarnado95 that says 300 bits from myself. Why, thanks me. A Ninja1 gives a sub to Obama. Hi, Obama. 300 bits from Sephiroth1204 says 300 bits from Stephen George. What? 500 bits from the Chemist 2020 who says 500 bits from the Chemist 2020 that says 500 bits from the Chemist 2020 that says honk. I gotta wrap this up. The insanity is ramping up. 300 bits from Danny X6 who says 300 bits from Steven who says, your mom. I'm not fighting a boss right now. 300 bits from Ravencloak. Tornadoes are frightening indeed. We had a really bad one last year. I think we had 12 individual tornadoes touch down in the same night.
Wow.
One of which completely leveled the central market I used to work at. Basically a Texas exclusive Whole Foods, but better. I'm sorry. 12 tornadoes in one night is too many. That's illegal. Nature. Next time nature tries to pull that, everyone needs to be like, I'm sorry. Can't have none of that. Also, hi, Carlos. It's the 8th day of the week always. Listen. If we could make the week just a day longer, that wouldn't be so bad. Because we're moving through weeks too quick. Like in 2020, if we could just add a day to the week, I'd be like, yeah, I'd take it. I'd take one extra day. The finale for Sunday's not done yet, so like one extra day wouldn't even be that bad. 2 months from Chubber J. Hey guys, glad you all stayed safe, and I hope you're both doing great. Thank you, Chubber.
Thank you.
We got 23 months from Phelps Out. I can't believe it's been this long now. This pandemic has really screwed up my sleep schedule, and I haven't been able to catch Breakfast Stream live too many times. But I'm always supporting you guys. Stay safe with the hurricanes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, if we can get through September, which I know is a while.
That's when most of them happen. There's like a bell curve.
Yeah. September is the worst month for hurricanes in the southeast. If we can get through September, we'll be okay. But again, right now we're at the beginning of August, so we have a little ways. Gonna keep our fingers crossed. We got 3 months from Trexel6. I rarely catch the live stream because I'm forward deployed currently, but I always watch y'all's videos. I love y'all's content. The Super Mario 64 Let's Play is one of my favorites. Steven freaking out while Mal plays is hilarious. There's a lot of things that you did in that LP that just surprised me.
Yeah.
Like, were accidental successes, and I was like, oh no, she's good. Oh, she did it. And you're like, huh. It's fun. 500 bits from Sparks15. I remember an old college vlog of you saying that some of your fellow students were stuck in the mindset of film is the way things should be, but you were more into digital for ease of editing. Now at my uni, there's barely a mention of using film for a project. There are some folks that want to still work on film, and like, I understand to some extent like a level of aesthetic, but like, Jesus Christ, it is so expensive.
Yeah.
It is so,
it's very much a specialty.
So expensive. Like, if you want to do something on film, I hope you have $1 jillion. Because it's $1 jillion. I'm just glad that filmmaking is more accessible to people than ever before. Because it is. You can buy a Blackmagic. You can buy the camera that we're shooting on. You can buy a Blackmagic and a really nice lens for less than $2,000, and you're set. You're set. You can make a movie. And it's great. Now, are there better lenses? Are there better cameras? I mean, absolutely. But, like, that is such a low number compared to the way it used to be, like, even 10 years ago. It's incredible. 500 bits from Item Crafting Live. 500 bits of glorious tribute to Chaz the Wizard. Indeed. 500 bits from Danny X6, who says, seconding Item Crafting Live. Nice. We also have a sub from Elilith.
Welcome.
And 10 months from Leafily.
Walk time?
Well, normally I would go to a post screen. I'm actually going to straight up end the stream today, and it's because I'm fortunate to have made it this far. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. Tonight at 9 p.m. over on John's Twitch channel. Join us for disc only. Otherwise, things to say is like Banjo-Kazooie.
And guess what's Friday and Sunday? Friday, Breath of the Wild, and Sunday? What's Sunday?
I don't know. Tell me. I have to poop.
Fallout.
Oh yeah, Fallout. Yeah. Oh, and Thursday's their anniversary, so we'll
oh yeah, Thursday's their anniversary.
Making a nice breakfast.
too.
I have got to go to the bathroom.
Okay.